The 2026 French MotoGP at Bugatti Circuit turned into a breathtaking war of survival, heartbreak, and total Aprilia domination. What initially looked like a routine race under the cloudy skies of Le Mans slowly transformed into one of the most dramatic plot twists of the season. While the Ducati camp arrived as the favorite, the race ultimately belonged to Aprilia as Jorge Martin delivered a ruthless masterclass to claim victory ahead of teammate Marco Bezzecchi and trackhouse Aprilia sensation Ai Ogura. It was not just a victory, it was a statement that the balance of power in MotoGP may have finally shifted. The moment the lights went out, Bezzecchi exploded off the line like a missile. The Italian immediately grabbed control of the race and began dictating the pace from the front. Behind him, chaos unfolded instantly. Fabio Quartararo, carrying the hopes of the French crowd, launched himself into second position, while Pedro Acosta hunted closely behind. Shockingly, Policitter Francesco Bagnaia was swallowed by the field in the opening corners, dropping to fifth as the grandstands erupted in disbelief. By lap 4, Bezzecchi still controlled the race with ice-cold precision. Acosta remained second, Quartararo held third, and Bagnaia started preparing his comeback. One lap later, the Ducati star finally struck. Bagnaia blasted past Quartararo with aggressive braking, and moments later he also overtook Acosta, climbing to second place in a stunning recovery ride. Suddenly, Ducati looked alive again. But Le Mans had other plans. Quartararo's race slowly began to collapse in front of his home fans. First, Fabio Di Giannantonio overtook him on lap 6, then came Martin. The reigning 2024 world champion carved through the Yamaha rider with terrifying speed on lap 7, pushing Quartararo down to 6th. The French crowd, which had exploded with hope at the start, suddenly fell silent as their hero began slipping backward. Meanwhile, Martin was only getting started. On lap 9, a fierce battle erupted between Martin and Di Giannantonio. Ducati versus Aprilia. The two riders traded positions aggressively, but Martin's RSGP looked unstoppable on the straights. Every acceleration exposed Aprilia's frightening top-speed advantage. After several tense corners, Martin finally secured 4th place and immediately started chasing the podium group ahead. Behind them, another storm was forming. Rookie sensation Ai Ogura began hunting Quartararo relentlessly. The Japanese rider stalked the Yamaha for several laps before launching his attack on lap 11. Quartararo could do nothing. Ogura swept past him cleanly, dropping the hometown favorite to 7th place. The nightmare continued as Joan Mir soon arrived behind Quartararo, turning the Frenchman's race into pure damage control. At the front, Bezzecchi continued to lead with absolute consistency, holding a slim but critical gap of less than a second over Bagnaia. Ducati fans believed the two-time champion was preparing a late race attack. The tension inside the Ducati garage intensified lap after lap. Then came the moment that changed everything. On lap 17, disaster struck. Bagnaia suddenly lost the front entering turn 3 and crashed violently out of podium contention. The Ducati garage froze in shock. The Italian, who had looked capable of fighting for victory, watched helplessly as his bike slid into the gravel. It was a catastrophic blow for Ducati, especially after earlier troubles for Alex Marquez. In one brutal moment, Ducati's hopes at Le Mans completely collapsed, and Aprilia smelled blood. Acosta inherited 2nd place, but Martin wasted no time. One lap later, the Spaniard attacked with total confidence and blasted past Acosta to move into P2. Suddenly, the race had transformed into an internal Aprilia war for victory. Behind them, Ogura continued his unbelievable rise. On lap 21, he overtook Di Giannantonio and climbed into 4th place, proving the Trackhouse satellite machine had genuine podium pace. Then came another twist. Joan Mir, who had finally overtaken Quartararo for 6th, crashed out on lap 21. Quartararo inherited the position back, but the Frenchman had no answer for the brutal pace unfolding ahead. The real battle was now entirely painted in Aprilia colors. On lap 23, Ogura delivered the move of his career. With fearless precision, the Japanese rookie attacked Acosta and stole 3rd place. The podium suddenly belonged entirely to Aprilia riders. Factory Aprilia 1st and 2nd, Satellite Aprilia 3rd. Le Mans was witnessing complete domination. But the drama was not over yet. With only 4 laps remaining, Martin started hunting Bezzecchi. The gap shrank corner by corner. Every sector showed Martin gaining time. The pressure became unbearable. Then, with 3 laps left, Martin launched out the decisive attack. In a breathtaking maneuver, he swept past Bezzecchi and seized the lead of the French Grand Prix. The Aprilia garage exploded in celebration, while Bezzecchi could only watch as his teammate disappeared into the distance. It was the final plot twist of an unforgettable race. After winning the sprint race the previous day, Martin completed the perfect weekend by conquering the Grand Prix itself. The Spaniard crossed the finish line in first place, securing his first Grand Prix victory since becoming the 2024 MotoGP World Champion. Bezzecchi followed in second, while Ai Ogura completed a historic all-Aprilia podium in third. Le Mans had expected Ducati supremacy. Instead, it witnessed the rise of a new empire. Aprilia did not just win the 2026 French MotoGP. They humiliated the competition, shattered Ducati's momentum, and sent a terrifying warning to the entire MotoGP grid. As the checkered flag waved over Le Mans, the atmosphere inside the Aprilia garage felt almost surreal. Engineers embraced each other, mechanics screamed in disbelief, and team managers stood frozen with tears in their eyes. Just a season ago, many doubted whether Aprilia could consistently challenge Ducati across an entire championship campaign. But on this historic Sunday in France, those doubts were completely erased. The RSGP did not merely look competitive, it looked untouchable. For Jorge Martin, the victory carried far deeper meaning than just 25 championship points. After months of pressure, criticism, and questions surrounding his move and future ambitions, the Spaniard answered in the most brutal way possible, by destroying the strongest field in MotoGP on pure pace. His aggressive late-race charge against Bezzecchi showed the mentality of a true champion. Calm under pressure, ruthless when opportunity appeared, and unstoppable when victory came into sight. Le Mans may ultimately be remembered as the race that reignited Martin's championship fire. Meanwhile, Ai Ogura's stunning podium became the emotional shockwave of the weekend. Few expected the rookie to fight at the front against names like Bagnaia, Acosta, and Di Giannantonio. Yet lap after lap, Ogura rode with astonishing maturity and fearless precision. His overtake on Acosta for third place instantly became one of the defining moments of the race. In the closing laps, the Japanese rider was not simply defending a podium, he was helping create one of the most dominant days in Aprilia's MotoGP history. The defeat, however, left Ducati with painful questions. Bagnaia's crash exposed the immense pressure the factory team now faces against the rapidly improving Aprilia project. What once looked like Ducati's era of dominance suddenly appeared vulnerable. Even more alarming was Aprilia's superior acceleration and straight-line speed throughout the race, especially in critical overtaking zones. For the first time in years, Ducati looked like the team chasing instead of controlling MotoGP. And then there was Fabio Quartararo. The French hero entered Le Mans dreaming of a magical home result, but instead endured a race filled with frustration and helplessness. Despite the roar of thousands of loyal fans, the Yamaha star slowly sank backward as faster machines swallowed him one by one. By the end of the race, the image of Quartararo crossing the finish line far behind the leading Aprilia perfectly symbolized the harsh reality of modern MotoGP. Talent alone is no longer enough when the machinery gap becomes this brutal.